Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this week we're going to be doing a meal prep for Meatless Monday. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you this week how to make a healthy fruit bowl, a vegetable bake, and a vegetable stir fry. So walk through the process with me. So with all the vegetables, when we clean them, we chop everything up, but before we chop it, we clean it with this cleaner. This is a plant-based cleaner that is safe on your vegetables. I like to clean off all the pesticides or whatever they do to preserve things at the store, just to make sure that everything is fresh. So this is what we clean all the vegetables off with before we begin chopping, start to cook. So right here we have some chopped up celery. We have some red cabbage, tomatoes, green onions, and some orange, red, and green peppers, okay? And we're also gonna be putting some jalapeños in this as well. And we're going to be using our Beyond Meat crumbles. This is going to be for our vegetable stir fry. Moving right along, we have for the fruit bowl, some grapefruit, kiwi, blueberries, and some apples that I'm gonna chop up for that. Then for the vegetable bake, we also have some red cabbage. Now with this, I'll show you guys the chopper. I'll leave a picture of the chopper that I use. I made this a little more like a crumble for the base of the vegetable bake. And I riced the cauliflower. So you can see the texture of that there, okay? And we're gonna have some red potatoes. I'm gonna put in some of this chorizo sausage and red onions, okay? And also some tomatoes. So let's get started. All right, y'all, so I just added some chives to this, some the Garlic Lovers seasoning from Flavor God, the Everything Spicy seasoning. So I wanted this stir fry to have a little bit of a kick. And this is all in the Beyond Meat crumbles. So I'm going to start stirring this up, and then I'm going to begin to add the vegetables. All right, so now I'm going to begin to add the peppers and all of the vegetables here into the stir fry. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and a mojo seasoning, which I will put mojo, marinade that I like to use, this stuff here to give it some flavor. All right, peeps, so I chopped up a lot of vegetables. So keep in mind that was a whole red cabbage, half of it sliced up, okay? And that was I think a whole spear of green onion, and then this is like maybe 1 to 3 stalks of celery. So all of that is not gonna fit in here. But anyway, I just put as much as could fit in the pan from what I chopped up. So, and I put about half of this bottle in here for the flavoring. So I'm gonna stir this up, let this all cook down, and then I'll show you what this looks like when it's done. So this is all put together here. So this will probably cook for maybe about, I want to say 20, 25 minutes. All right, y'all, now I'm gonna start making the vegetable bake. So this is the pan that I'm gonna use. And Brian, my assistant over there, my unwilling assistant, by the way.
What up, Fo?
Is going to be sauteing the sausage while I begin to layer everything else. So on the bottom of the pan, what I'm going to do is spray the pan first with some pan so it won't stick. Can you get the vegetable broth for me, please? And first, I'm going to layer the bottom of the pan with the, I want to say, riced red cabbage that I made. So we begin to put some in the bottom of the pan and spread it out like so. And just make sure you're covering the bottom of the pan with it. And it doesn't have to be too thick of a layer. Pass me the olive oil, please, Brian. It's so nice to have an assistant. And so then I'm just gonna make sure I douse this with that just a little bit. All right, and now we're gonna do a layer of potatoes. So red cabbage, then potatoes. So you're just gonna cover the red cabbage with the potatoes. All right. Okay, so it should look a little bit like that. You cover those corners just a little bit more. All right, so that's that layer. Then I'm gonna take some red onion, kind of spread that out in there. Now you don't want to cover like a whole layer, you just want to put some in there for flavor purposes. All right, and then we are going to, now I have to chop up the tomatoes, so I'm going to show y'all a picture of what that looks like because this will be what's on top. So now we're going to do a layer of the riced cauliflower just to cover up. So let me show you before I do this. This is the red cabbage, potatoes, and the onion. And now I'm going to take the riced cauliflower and go on top of that. Few more handfuls here, spread it out. All right. Okay, now take some oil, spread that over a little bit too. So it should look like that. So I'll be right back. We're gonna put the sausage and the tomatoes on top too, so I can show y'all how that looks. All right, y'all, so remember I did the red cabbage, the potatoes, then the riced cauliflower. I put some seasoning on there and the tomatoes. Now we're gonna put a layer of sausage on there. So just put a little bit of sausage on top. Brian's gonna help me out. So that's
what's a little bit?
A little bit more. Okay, cool. That's it. All right, so we're gonna spread this out and save that for another layer. Actually, I may just leave it just one layer. What you think, Brian?
Yeah, you guys, you know.
All right, let's put all that sausage on here then. And then we can, this can be prepped for something else another day. So bring the rest of the sausage over.
Was this a soup?
No, that's not. Give it. Come on. All right, so we're just gonna put all the sausage on there. And again, you can do whatever you want, however you want to do it. Really? He got to put his own little spin on it. So just arrange this bad boy however you like. All right, and then we're going to top it with some Daiya cheese spread. And this is a non-dairy cheese. And just cover the top with that. Now you want to preheat the oven to about 350 before you put this in the oven. And I'm probably going to use this whole thing of cheese. So you just spread it out. And then what you want to do so that everything doesn't dry out in there, you want to put some vegetable broth in there. So I'm just going to put it like around the edges, all throughout. And that was probably about a quarter of the box there. And then I'll put this in the oven, let's say for maybe about 25 minutes and check it, but I'll let y'all know how long it really took to cook once it's done. So let's get back to the stir fry. All right, let's check on the stir fry. So everything's cooking down rather nicely. Look at that. I love the colors of the vegetables as they blend. So you see, I added some tomatoes that you guys didn't see earlier, and the jalapeños on top, because I had to chop those up. So you got, again, in here you have your Beyond Meat crumbles, some celery, jalapeños, red, orange, and green peppers. You got some onion and red onion in here, and red cabbage. Okay, so, and we use some mojo to give it flavor and whatever seasoning you desire. So I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit more. That's probably about done. Got some of the juices over there. And then we're gonna come down here and check on our vegetable bake. That's got some time on it. So let's start getting to our fruit bowl. All right, y'all, now I'm gonna begin to make the fruit bowls. I'm gonna be using these little mini mason jars that have tops. So I have some grapefruit that we're gonna be using, blueberries that are cleaned off, some kiwi, and apples. So what I'm gonna do is take this and layer it. So I'm gonna put some grapefruit in there first. And you can do this however you want, okay? And also, I'm sorry, I also have some pecans here that we're gonna use to add for protein. So we got the grapefruit first, and we're gonna put some blueberries in there. All right. Then we'll take a couple kiwi fruit, stick that right on in there. A couple apple slices. Just pack it down in there, and then we're gonna top it off with some pecans. And voila, you have a nice little healthy snack. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill as many containers as you have available, one for every day of the week, and you can just put those in the refrigerator. And that's it. All right, we are all done. This is the completed stir fry. This is our vegetable bake. And these are the lunch portions for the stir fry and our complete fruit bowls. So we got some different sizes for the fruit bowls, but either way they work. So there you go. This is your Meatless Monday meal. Enjoy.